If there was something more important than oil changes on your car, to be honest with you, I would have to say that would be spark plugs. Spark plugs are probably would be mine or the, in general, most replaced component on your car, literally besides fluids, because it's such a crucial component. Spark plugs burn the fuel, they make the boom, they make your power, they literally make your engine happen. And I think some people overlook this, and especially, you know, with the Mazda 3 Turbo, you know, Mazda markets this car as kind of like, you know, an NPC car, or, you know, you can run 87 in it, and it's just a little bit faster than the Mazda 3 as like their little luxury thing. But let's be honest, it's really a Mazda Speed 3. I mean, it makes pretty much the same amount of power, and it makes a lot more torque than it did from factory. These right here, these are really important.
My 23 Mazda 3 Turbo just hit 32,000 miles. Now, this is my first servicing since I've done the car, but I know the plugs have not been swapped, and I need to do the oil change today as well. Now, I'm going to be doing the oil change every 5,000 kilometers, but I think today kind of tells you how meticulous I am with my maintenance, especially as someone that still loves their older cars, like this Mazda 323 from the 89. Now, Mazda tells us to do these spark plugs at 40,000 miles. And to be honest with you, I think that's just kind of a universal number that covers every type of driver. And it kind of blends into this average number of when you should realistically change that.
Now on the channel here, we're enthusiastic drivers, and I think a lot of the owners for the Mazda 3 Turbo are enthusiastic as well. So we're gonna pull the plugs out of that car today at 32,000 miles to see what they look like. And we'll kind of give you like a guesstimate of if you could, you know, wait till 40,000 miles, if you should do them earlier, or if right now is a good time to do them. Most importantly, today I'm gonna show you how to install those in that car. It's gonna be my first time working on it. Super excited. But I'm also gonna be telling you which spark plugs to use, whether you're OEM or modified and tuned, and what gap ranges that you should be running these at. Without further ado, let's jump into a little bit of Mazda 3 maintenance and kind of performance today. So now it's really funny because in the Mazda Speed 3 world, there's NGKs, Denzos, and some other plug that I'm thinking of. There are so many variations that people run. There's very limited information about what people are kind of running on the Mazda 3 Turbos, but I'm pretty sure it's literally just down to two different plugs. So if you are OEM setup and you are completely stock and not running any tuning or anything at all, you can run the OEM plug, which I'm going to be doing today. It is the NGK 90288. Comes in this box right here. Part number right there for you guys can see yourself. And these are going to be coming pre-gapped actually at 0.030. I think it's 0.0030 or 030. Regardless, that's what you're going to want to have these gapped at. And you're going to want to check them anyway when they come in. Now, be careful where you're buying these. Apparently, it's actually very common for counterfeits to be out there nowadays, which is kind of weird why someone would make a fake spark plug. For tuned and modified, this is, again, kind of limited to what I found. There's going to be some better people to answer this, and especially if you're tuning with someone, please confirm with them. If you're familiar with the Mazda 3 tuning platform and everything like that, you've probably heard that they tend to use plugs from a GTR. So for the one-step colder plug, they are using the NGK 93026. And if I'm not mistaken, tuners are asking for this plug to be gapped around 0.028. Please confirm with your tuner on that, as I'm not tuning yet, and I only have very limited information. Today, we're gonna be installing these. I'm gonna show you how to install these in your Mazda 3 Turbo, just to make sure you get it all done and dealt with.
From what I'm aware, spark plug changes are actually fairly easy on this car. We can just pop the engine cover off like that, and it looks like we have some things in the way, so we'll take a look at that. There's 3 bolts on this cover. There's 1, 2, and then just hidden right here, these are all 8 mils, and then there's a heat shield nut, which is a 10 on that side, and then all the coil pack bolts are also 8 mils as well.
It is refreshing to work on a newer car though. with everything removed, you can kind of see everything kind of moves out of the way. Now, being completely honest with you guys, it is very dusty in here. So since we're taking the coil packs and the spark plugs out, I would highly recommend blowing this air with compressed air. These are raised kind of like pack sockets, as I would call them. So, I mean, the chance of you getting dust in there is pretty low, but we're gonna be moving and shaking some things around. So I would highly recommend just blowing it out. So I haven't blasted the area. I'm gonna go ahead, pop our 8 mils off the coil packs. And then we should be able to just kind of wiggle our coil packs out. Just nicely out of the way, and there you go.
These spark plugs are going to be a 14mm socket. I recommend using a spark plug socket. Unfortunately, I actually don't have these size because these are smaller than the average. These babies are a little hot. I'm gonna try not to burn myself. I'm gonna say that's it's not bad, but it's definitely replaceable. Yeah, these are time to be replaced, especially on a motor like this. If this was kind of like maybe a fuel economy burner like an NA Mazda 3, I'm not saying it's less important, but something like this, I would definitely swap these out probably a lot earlier. So I think my intervals for spark plugs are going to be less than 30,000 miles, which is okay because you know, this car is going to go through a lot of driving. So let's pull the other ones out and see how they look. Pretty much looks the same as number 2, actually a little bit better, or number 1 I meant. And then here we have number 4. So looking at the 4 plugs here, it looks like number 1 and number 4 are probably the worst, and number 2 and number 3 they look, you know, okay, but like I said, these, I definitely would replace these if I saw these in any kind of situation, just to keep my performance at tip-top shape. I just had a quick look online about that 4th cylinder wet spark plug. Apparently it is actually pretty common on like the Skyactiv engines from like literally like the 2014 generations, like all the way up to now. So that seems pretty normal. Regardless, here's the comparison of old to new. As you guys can see, why I would want to go to new. It's not like they're too expensive, but honestly these cars seem pretty like, you know, maintenance free for the most part, so I wouldn't mind spending an extra few $100s on more spark plugs than less. So torque spec for these plugs should be like 12 foot-pounds, or, you know, usually it's about a half turn from hand tight. So these were in hand tight, and we'll see, it was about a quarter turn. It's about just a little bit between a quarter and a full half turn from hand sight. We go ahead and plop our coil packs back in. And that is all for spark plugs. So these are all done. You put your engine cover back on, and that's pretty much it. I need to do my oil change now, so I'm going to do that, and I'll report back to you when that's over. And the oil change is done. If you guys are wondering, I am using Pennzoil Platinum's, or Ultra Platinum 530, what we kind of use in the Mazda Speed 3s, but I might move to a liquid moly. We'll see. Regardless, when you're done spark plugs, I mean, it's not like a big magical thing happens. You just swap your spark plugs and now your car is probably going to run quite a bit better. I found that when this thing was warm, it had a bit of a choppy idle. Like not like bad, but like something that could have to do with, like, you know, spark plugs or something. I'm assuming, you know, your pulls are going to be a lot cleaner too. So in the Mazda Speed 3 world, we tend to do spark plugs, especially when we're tuned, like every, like, I'm gonna say this in kilometers, but I'll convert it down here, 15 to 30,000 kilometers. And I work in the European tune space, and it's also kind of the same thing. So, I mean, this motor is not like it's, you know, a regular NA, you know, 2-liter sort of thing. I mean, this is a pretty performance, you know, variation of a 2.5 liter. So I think these plugs need to be done more often. Especially if plugs, you know, 1 and 4, my bad ones, I think this one was 4, I think this one was 1. These seem pretty common in these cars, like I was saying, in the Skyactiv motors. I mean, these are just like, I wouldn't say these are really good anymore, so. I'm gonna have people saying, don't bother. I'm gonna have people saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
it's honestly like personal preference, but I think a lot of people agree as well. So if you want to, you can. It's a couple extra $100, you know, every X amount of, you know, mileage that you hit. It's not a big deal. And I'd rather have that for, you know, something that I'm trying to enjoy and have the most performance out of and keep, you know, longevity out of it as well. So that's all for me today, but there's more going on behind the scenes. The Speed is in the garage right now. Probably gonna be next video. If you guys wanna see what's going on with the Speed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, guys, there is so much going on right now. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any tips or tricks, leave them down in the comments below. Other than that, guys, keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.